Hey everyone, Adam and Agnes from FameBit here, and in this video we're going to give an overview to influencer marketing. So if you're a new brand or maybe have just kind of dabbled in influencer marketing, this is the video for you. Stay tuned. So influencer marketing, someone's barely heard of it or never heard of it. How would you explain it to them top level?
Yeah, essentially it's partnering with this generation's celebrities, individuals who create content that's either comedic, entertaining, informative, and they do it on channels, on social media channels, whether it be YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Vine, and so forth. And it's getting your brand message integrated natively within their content. And so, you know, these individuals, they have created incredible shortcuts to building brand affinity. So that's really a key for brands. And when you're partnering with them,
keyword partner.
Partnering, yes, the influencers need to be in the driver's seat of the content. You're not only getting, you know, a brand ambassador, you're also getting high quality content and you're getting distribution.
Absolutely. And again, just partnering is such a key. It's a relationship when you're working with influencers. It's not a one-way thing. These aren't commercials that you're paying for. So a partnership and a relationship for integrated content where you're already baking what you have into what they already create.
100%. The more authentic, the more organic, the better. So with your experience, what would you say in terms of like, how should a brand qualify an influencer?
Sure. So what is an influencer basically? Yeah, so to me, an influencer is anyone that has looked to as an authority or a trusted figure around a certain topic, whether that be gaming or fashion and makeup. Somebody, like their community comes to them to look for advice, tips, training, you name it. And what I think is really interesting is this used to be like celebrity level status.
Yeah.
But now the bar is anyone can start a YouTube channel, anyone can have an Instagram feed and kind of become this authority in this type of influencer. You don't have to have 1 million subs or followers to be an influencer. You can really have a lot of influence over a community at, you know, just a few thousand or a few hundred subs.
What would you say makes influencers incredibly powerful?
Yeah, I really think it just has to come down to that these influencers are seen as peers. They're not seen as celebrities. Like back in the day, I'd always look to my friends and like people around me in class to like what is cool and what, like what I should check out. But now with, you know, YouTube, a YouTuber is basically, you can view them on the same level as you. Like I could start a YouTube channel, like, you know, that's what we're doing right now. So you're on the same level. And when you have people on the same level, there's just a lot more trust in what that other person is saying. You feel like you can relate to them. And relatability is, I think, one of just the most powerful things about influencer marketing.
Yeah, I also would say the element of choice and the fact that you as an audience, you know, you are seeking out that content, you're picking who you're subscribing to, you're choosing what to watch, what to read, what to sort of, you know, take in versus, you know, watching television and seeing an ad that's being served to you perhaps without your permission.
Yeah, and it's not even on target for you, like you're not engaged, it's just kind of like hitting your face and falling off, right?
Yeah.
So,
and also I think distribution cannot be ignored. The fact that, you know, you can partner with, you know, just you said like these smaller mid-tail influencers and you can partner with 4, 5, 6 of them and you can already reach hundreds of thousands of people. That's something that's
incredible.
That's incredible.
Absolutely. Like you said earlier, it's kind of a shortcut.
It is. It definitely is a shortcut.
Absolutely. So we kind of defined what influencers are. Why do you think brands need influencer marketing?
Well, everything is shifting to be more mobile. You know, I mean, a recent Forrester study found that just in 10 years, people, 50% of the population are going to be cord nevers, not even cord cutters. Yeah, so brands need to shift where they are and how they're speaking to that audience, and they need to ensure that they're relevant. You know, another Google study found that 51% of people that purchase something on a smartphone are actually purchasing a different product than they originally looked for because of how they're influenced through social. So brands need to be there in that moment of purchase. They need to be relevant, and the best way, the shortcut to doing that is influencers.
That's a really good point. And just piggybacking on that, being there. So traditionally, like display advertising has been huge for brands, but that is going out the window for various reasons. One is AdBlock Plus, both on web and now on mobile with the new iOS updates. So basically consumers are not seeing display ads, or they're seeing it a lot less, and that trend is just going to keep going and keep going. And then you also have services like YouTube Red now, where you can pay to get rid of ads. And so people are just not going to see display ads. So if you're not updating with the times, you're not going to be seen. You're going to be paying actually not to be seen.
Yeah, 100%. Visibility is key here. tuning into the conversation, and social makes it easy for brands to be part of that conversation. It makes your brand more human, makes your message more transparent, and just makes you more involved. So in your experience, obviously you are a general manager here at FameBit, and you also, been head of the community for a very long time. You've seen firsthand how brands are using the self-service platform, what they love about it. So can you speak a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I think one of the biggest surprises brands have is that we've kind of flipped everything around. We pulled a 180 and everything. So what that means is a brand posts a campaign, and now influencers come to them. Where traditionally, a brand has got to go out, they got to find these influencers, they got to find their email address, they got to send these emails. It takes forever, manage spreadsheets. All this stuff is super inefficient and takes a lot of time. So the way it works on FameBit, again, other way around, these influencers are already showing interest in you, your product, your brand. They're already saying, hey, I think my audience is going to be interested in what you have here, and here's what I can do for you.
Right.
So you take this a step further, and it's just a lot more efficient at scale. You can go a lot wider, hire a lot more influencers, and not put your whole marketing or influencer budget on one influencer. You can hire 10, 15, however many, and get a lot more bang for your buck.
Yeah. So the reversal of the process is incredibly powerful because it really minimizes rejection. It minimizes rejection for the brands. You're not wasting your time going, seeking out people that would never be interested or perhaps would never reply to you. Here, these are people who are already passionate about your product, who are probably already using it or who want to try it.
Absolutely.
And they're coming to you and they're pitching themselves, and that's exciting.
Absolutely. So when you are spreading your budget out over several influencers,
right,
how many is good or good enough?
Yeah, well, definitely not one. You want to ensure that you are testing different influencers, you're testing different video creatives, whether it be reviews, tutorials, skits, and so forth. But generally we say like 5 to 10 pieces of content are good to start with. And that doesn't mean you have to, sort of do one platform.
Sure, that's a good point.
You can do YouTube, you can do Instagram, you can do Twitter, and so forth. But if there's one thing that we definitely recommend doing, is video. So whether it be video on Twitter, whether it be video on YouTube, get your video out there.
Why do you say that is?
Because you can tell a more engaging story. You can show how the product fits into your day-to-day life. You can engage with the viewer a lot more than you can
paints a
sort of
way better
words.
picture
Exactly.
than a picture.
Yeah. People can see how you're interacting with the product, and or how others are interacting with your product, and that's incredibly powerful.
Absolutely. So say you've done that now, you have 10 to 15 pieces of content out there in the world. How do you measure if this is going well?
Well, there's, a multitude of ways in which you can measure, but ultimately it comes down to sort of what is your goal for the campaign.
That's a really good point.
Whether it is to gain more followers on social, whether it is to drive more sales, whether it is to, brand awareness and so forth. So it really depends on that, but there's coupons that you can track. But for instance, like for a larger department store brand like L'Oreal who wants to raise brand awareness, they're more concerned with driving views and creating high quality, sort of more polished content. Whereas
and not the actual conversion.
Exactly. Right. Whereas for gaming companies, coupon codes are super important, and also for like fashion brands as well, and ensuring that there's an incentive for the audience to take
That's
action.
a really good point, an incentive.
Exactly.
So, a lot of times, even when you have a link in the description box, like there's not enough incentive for them to go down and click it. They might open another tab and just go directly there, and then you have no way to attribute that sale or conversion. So coupon codes give them that incentive to do it, and they can still watch the video and then go type in the coupon code. It just works a lot better. So if you can do a coupon code, I definitely say do so.
Yeah, but also it's important to remember that with influence marketing, you can't measure everything.
Absolutely.
And there's so much value beyond that, especially, having your content live on there for a lengthy period of time and being there so that when people come and try to find your brand, or they're consuming the content of the influencer, they're going to come across you. And that's incredibly valuable.
Yeah, I mean, YouTube is the second biggest search engine.
Right.
And the one that I go to most when I'm looking for new product reviews, and I think a lot of people are moving that way, especially the younger generation. So that content lives on there forever.
100%.
Super powerful. So we hope you found this video helpful and informative, and it kind of shed some light to what influencer marketing is and how your brand should use it. If you have any questions or want to see any other videos around this topic, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. We love creating content, and we love sharing knowledge around influencer marketing. And make sure to sign up for FameBit, of course, FameBit.com, and you can get started there. And until next time,
stay famous.
Stay famous.